Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where I get to share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to big up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. Want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are there. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. The video of this interview is also available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is episode 128, and today we speak with Don Reid. He chronicles his journey from orphan to healing and his journey to finally meeting his biological family. Today's episode is sponsored by Scented Delight Candles. Dope. Did I say dope? Dope. Scented Delight was created in 2021 from owner-CEO Natasha's passion for finding long-lasting candles that smell delightful and are soot-free. Only the finest products, high-grade fragrances, and 100% natural wicks are poured into these soy blend luxury candles. Scented Delight candles last 70 hours and will saturate a room in minutes. They also arrive in a decorative, reusable box. What it doesn't say here is that the thing come with a lighter in the box too. I love it. I ain't gonna front. The lighter is beautiful. And you hear me speaking with all kind of excitement right now. I'm a candle guy now. If you had asked me a year ago, a couple of months ago, if I would be a candle guy, I'd tell you no. But I'm a candle guy right about now. I'm loving these candles. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope. And also they come in 6 different fragrances. Serenity, which is lavender and bergamot. Lust, which is vanilla, coconut, and mango. Indulge, white amber and lily. Crave, sweet pea, apples, and jasmine. And Sweetheart, vanilla crumb cake. And also love, mango and peaches. You hear how I'm sounding? Peaches. I'm telling you, I'm loving these candles. I cannot front. I'm loving these candles. And guess what? They come with a lighter in the box. I love it, man. I dig it. A nice, beautiful, branded lighter in the box. All right? Dope. Hit them up at ScentedDelights.com. 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 Also hit them up on Instagram and Facebook at Scented Delights, okay? Get them for the home, get them for the office, get them for the business, get them for whomever, whatever. They make great gifts. I got some at the house right about now. Crazy brownie points, you know what I mean? I'm doing my thing.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got a special guest in the building, all right? Some of those say, sometimes I tell them some have special guests, them not believe me more time. You know what I mean? I don't know why. I don't know what I have done to do anything but have y'all trust a brother. I'm gonna tell you something I've done reading in the building. I passed through. I talk some things. I just saw the thing going. For the most part, ladies and gentlemen, for those people who follow, especially on social media platforms, Don Reid was here before. We talk about the singles at that time, and what I love about this artist is that you see personal growth and evolution, not just from a musical standpoint, but you see it also when it comes to personal life. Transparent, you know what I mean? Like a clean, open window. I know people say them transparent, but mud up on the window so you can't see nothing through it. You know what I mean? So technically speaking, them transparent, you know, but I think foggy.
Yeah, man.
Foggy bad.
For real. A real thing.
Foggy bad.
A real thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest, Don Reid, in the building. What going, brother?
Boy, I'm there. Big up on yourself. Big up all the fans who tune in from Homegrown. Big yourself, Hope Plumber, because she sent me a message say, yo, mash down your thing. But you know we always did it already.
Easy.
With the help of Jai, you know?
Easy.
And big up, of course, everybody where they on social media watch. Big up yourself, everybody on Facebook, on my live right now. And of course, on Homegrown the G Cole.
But here what am I going to feel now? I'm going to say the fans that want to see it, fans that want to see Don Reid. The ladies love Don Reid out here. So this I go pick you up anyway, I'm going to lower it a little bit.
All right,
so
cool.
them can't see the whole 9 because the ladies love Don Reid. See, I hope I hit you up right now. Hope and tell me what's up. But yeah, hit up Don Reid.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, Hope, every time, you know?
I tune in on a big tune. But anyways, that's different argument. Brother.
Yeah, man.
Jano. The last time you were here, right, we dived into some music that you were releasing at the time.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Reggae vibe, but a lot of us would see like parody vibes. Like, you know, pick up some real funny stuff.
Right.
The Courts, Of course, parodied off for the coffee tune, toast and all them things.
Yeah, man.
But I know you got new stuff in the work, stuff in the horizon.
Yeah.
And I get the impression, based from the convo we've had, that it's on a different trajectory. He's taking a different path. You know what I mean? Something a little bit more roots, maybe a little bit more, your sense of humor will never go anywhere.
No.
But of course, the topic right about now, I think gets solid and more serious than the thing.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about the upcoming project a little bit.
All right, so the upcoming project is called Upments. It's basically strictly roots rock reggae music. We have some little crossovers and some hip hop reggae. It's a very exciting project because people be seeing a new side of Don Reid that they never knew exists. Because everybody used to me as the musical comedian,
Right.
We make you pop up and laugh when you hear me tune them. But you see one thing, G. Cole, deep down in my gut, I have some things to say, to the world.
Yeah.
And those are shaped by my experiences. And everybody who follow Don Reid know my experiences. In fact, that's why I'm here in Florida today.
Right.
Because I've been on a journey from last year. Well, from 2015 actually, to find for the first time my blood relatives.
Wow.
And last year was when I made a major breakthrough. Because everybody who follow me knows, I don't know. I've never seen my father. I've never seen anybody from my father's side of the family. When my mother died, me only talked to her 4 times in life.
Right.
So
and that was in your adult.
in my adult, 2015.
Yeah.
So, I mean, search and lead me to one only remaining relative of my father, who is his brother, his immediate brother. He had no other children, but no other kids but me. Wife never even knew about me. I was a love child. So this trip to Florida is when I connected for the first time physically with Carlton Henriquez. And he sat me down and gave me my father's history, and trust me, it was really an emotional experience. I can't even begin to tell you how it was, So this music on Upments is really coming out of those life experiences shaped by those. So it's music that I'm writing because of those emotions that have been running high for many years. So it's not just, I don't just get up and say, boy, I want to do some reggae. No, I know who I am, for example, which is not on my first album, which is Boom Shots. Because Boom Shots is really just pure comedy. I know who I am is my life story. I did a short film on it, actually. So I deliberately didn't put that on Boom Shots because it's going to be an Upments.
So Boom Shots came out. What year did that drop again?
It was released actually last year, January.
Right. And you had this track, never put it on that one.
Never put it on
because
it.
you already knew what you were doing in terms of it's almost like a conjunction, so to speak.
Exactly.
So we moved from the fun side, the laughter, which is very necessary.
Right.
And especially the past year and stuff that we've gone through, we've needed that from Don Reid.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how much while we are healed people, we need healing ourselves.
Exactly. Bro, so this journey that I've been on, years and years of closure, and the music that you're gonna see come out is just positive vibes. That is what I call is triumph over adversity, over the struggles, And this song Mek We Dweet, where we're gonna talk about basically that's the epitome of those experiences and the fact that listen, no matter what the challenges, every youth, just make we do it. We not make no obstacle, nothing stopping our way because we can do it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Large Up Again Don Reid in the building with us. All of the people, Sister Arlene, Sister Joy. I got a chat room over here, so people them Lord.
Yeah,
but I'll say this, bro. Let me tell you something. And you can attest. A lot of times we go through our struggles, right? Our personal struggles. And somehow, some way, maybe our selfishness, maybe it's innately selfish of us, maybe it's just a defense mechanism. But somehow, some way, we are convinced that our struggles are unique to us.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Now, I look in the rearview mirror right now. I'm in commercial 5. I look in the rearview mirror right now, right? And remember Don Reid from Fern Court, right? When I came to Fern Court as a first farmer, I think you're probably 10 and almost out, right? And then of course post high school for Work with the Eye, you know what I mean? Your vibe and your energy is always bubbly, right? But the thing is, you're always also very focused. One of the most focused and driven persons I have known. So without you saying certain things, no one is going to sit down and see that there's an internal battle going on. You know what I mean? Don Reid trying to trace the roots, trying to find the roots, trying to get back in that emotional place where you need for that. Because you don't show it, right? Is that a defense mechanism in itself, the jovial side of it, the comedy albums or whatever the case may be? Or is that just another parallel, another side of that?
No, what it is really is one word, resilience.
Wow.
Because even though I was tearing and dying inside, you know, my resilience would never allow me to be weak on the outside.
Wow,
So in my private time and my quiet time, unknown to many people or anybody at all, would I in a ball, depressed, spend night after night. That's why I say I know who I am. You know, night after night, for my pillow, me cry, and to my jaw and my head to the sky. I say, Jah, tell me why so much love for them and nothing for I.
John.
You know, so John, you know, them people wouldn't know that. I spend night after night on Mr. Lee Plaza or Claremont. Christmas Eve, I depressed and in a ball, but people wouldn't know that, you know. But you know, so when it comes to the test, I may have to present a front, I may have to go do it, I may have to work and excel. I may have to just push them to the side. Push them aside and do what I have to do, you know. Because I know that I don't have anybody to fall back on. I depend on my own.
You are the plan B.
From 17. I am the plan B.
Chano.
Yeah, man.
It's the thing, I'll tell you this. In many other occasions,
Yeah.
I would also be in a state of melancholy with your story.
Right.
But the way how you've delivered the story, there is no room for the melancholy.
Right.
At least for me, the outsider looking in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing for me to see and feel sad because all I see is the triumph. And one thing I rate and I respect about you, a lot of people don't realize, especially when it comes to men. One, we're not taught how to be vulnerable. Right. That's a weakness, especially I come from Jamaica. Secondly, when it comes to our triumphs, our success, you're not supposed to show your success and speak on it because then the other people tell brag and boast.
Exactly.
But what I love is you are inspiring so many because forget about where you are right now, what you've accomplished, which is a great deal.
Right.
But it puts you in a position to look at the beginnings.
Yeah.
Especially in environments, the black community, especially places like Jamaica, whatever the case may be there.
Right.
At Don Reid, we don't know what the outcome will, if it'll be the same.
Yeah.
But at Don Reid is very common in terms of what you're going through, the coming up with somebody who is not your parent, not knowing mom, not knowing dad. That Don Reid is very common and very popular.
Yeah.
So I think you representing for them is a healthy thing and a fire dope thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I chop it up with Don Reid, and guess what I'm doing? I'm dragging this out like a soap opera. I mean, I drop a tune for them till we come back from commercial break.
Yeah, man.
Commercial too. But here, one more I do for me real quick before we go commercial. Drop for me your social media handles and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, man. So on Facebook, it's simple. Don Reid. DonReid. On Instagram is Don_Reid1. And my fan page is The Don Reid Show. So it's The Don Reid Show, Instagram again, Don_Reid, and on Facebook, DonReid.
How many, as you've traversed the country, because again, in your banking, you're a banker, and in doing so, especially in Jamaica more than anywhere else, as you grow, you're traveling from one end to the other. So you start out in the country, end up at Kingston, you come back, you've made many moves.
Yeah.
You've managed and developed and launched many branches of NCB.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know somebody chop at them. But what different
No, we're not going to do so.
I'm just playing. But it's amazing that as you tell your story now, with more confidence than before, you know what I mean? How many people have said to you, sitting down with you all these years, I laugh and I talk with you and I work next door to you, whether it be your superiors or your underlings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't know what going on with Don Reid. We drop a tune right about. I'll come from commercial, we are talking to them. But ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm having a dope conversation, a conversation I've been looking forward to for a minute. It's Don Reid. This one is called When I. And we got a minute to go. Commercial vibe. We'll be back.
Yeah. Woo. Only Jah know when I'm feeling like I'm feeling. Jah, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need Him like I need Him, Jah, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jah, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need Him like I need Him, Jah, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. Whenever things get tough, whenever things get hot, I pull a Moses and head up to the mountains. I fall up on my knees and then I pray non-stop. I send my blessings up, you let your blessings drop. That's what I've always done, what I've always seen, my granny always do. And she taught to me, I'ma teach to mine, my little kings and queens. Whoa, when I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. No. When I need him, like I need him, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. Another day goes by, another plot revealed. One man a planting farm, one a rob and steal. One have a hard love story, said he needs a meal. Need to feed him kids, correct, I know it feel like just giving it up because his faith is sealed. But never place your bets before the deal a deal. You know the hottest fire makes the hardest steel. Like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need whoa, yeah, whoa, whoa, only Jah knows. When I'm feeling,
I got a lot of everybody watching on Jamaicans.com, Facebook.com/My G Cole, the Homegrown with G Cole platform.
you never yet let
Yeah, man. Rubber Ranks Radio in the UK.
me
Everybody.
like I need.
Special guest in the building, Don Reid. Tell your friends to tell their friends. They don't want to miss this convo, all right? They don't want to miss this convo, all right? Yes, man.
I'm feeling,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling.
Hope, how you feeling?
Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I
Mr. Claudette. Just have big up Don Reid. Blessings. Enzo Wagwan, fam.
you never yet let me down.
The man's a Pastor Lee Plaza. Radam.
Whenever things get tough, whenever
Come on, Lee Father. That's all.
yes, and head up to the mountains. I fall up on my knees and then I pray non-stop. I send my blessings up, you let your blessings drop. That's what I've always done, what I've always seen, my granny always do. And she taught to me, I'ma teach to mine, my little kings and queens. Whoa, when I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need him, like I need him, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. Another day goes by, another plot revealed. One man a planting farm, one a rob and steal. One have a hard love story, said he needs a meal. Need to feed him kids, correct, I know it feel like just giving it up because his faith is sealed. But never place your bets before the deal a deal. You know the hottest fire makes the hardest steel. Like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. I say you never yet let me down. When I need him,
Song's called When I.
like I need.
When I need him like I need him.
Jaja, you never
Jaja never let me down, you know what I mean?
I say you
Michael Wagwan, fam.
down.
See all my front court people in the building.
Even if
Clearmont, massive.
inside,
Jano.
forsaketh me never. No, 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 no. My faith is stronger than pride. Jah is with me forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. Forever. Forever. When I need him, like I need him, Jaja, you never yet let me down. Oh no, I say you never yet let me down. Oh no, when I'm feeling like I'm feeling, Jaja, you never yet let me down. Oh no, I say you never yet let
So you heard me say it earlier, brand new project in the works.
I need him.
Don Reid.
Yeah, man.
tell Richie Stevens the same thing. So when autism passion and body they call him my first and last year, you can't just say Dan.
Yeah.
You can't just say
A serious vibes, man.
Yeah, but about Don Reid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Bro, let me say this. The tune where you have about to drop right now, right?
Yeah.
Is the actual album itself complete already? Everything done?
No, man. I've only recorded 2 tracks from the album so far. I have, well, I don't even know how many tracks are going to end up at. But I have about, in terms of the concept written down, like about 7-8 tracks already.
So we are moving in real time, is what you're saying?
Yeah, man. So I don't know, you know, at the end of the day, if we're going to end up at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 tracks. But I have 2 recorded, fully recorded. One of them is released, which is I Know Who I Am. This is now officially being released on the G Cole show, because the first is going to be
so
here publicly.
Mek We Dweet. Nobody know it yet.
Nobody. Never been on.
no.
And listen, I deliberately didn't send it to any radio station in Jamaica, because I wanted to say that it was released in South Florida.
Bang, 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 bang on the door, bad mind, man. Don't bad mind.
I hope my radio people them from Jamaica now listen, because we know some of them will say, yo, you know, so me forget it first, you know. Big up yourself, by the way, DJ Bones from IRFM, one of the real youth. And me can't would pass, boy, me have to say, sleep on in peace to DJ Franco from Mellow FM. Just drop out a couple of weeks ago. One of the real, the man there. Always I say, yo, Father Reid, make sure me get anything new, me get it first, you know. So yeah, man, it hard pain me when me hear him drop out, but you know, rest in peace, brother.
Jano. It's always the good ones, don't you?
Yeah, man,
It's
for
always
real.
the good ones,
For
them,
real,
and,
for
and,
real.
the, and the jerks be living forever.
Big up Bambino too, because the man they kind of push
up.
the thing, yeah, man, run mush it, you know.
Large up Bambi, large up. You know, it's funny you mention the names, right? Because even on my own personal experiences, you know, when it comes to radio, it goes to media.
Yeah, man.
It's a bunch of madness, bunch of clowns, bunch of people who do it the wrong way, right?
Yeah.
But you do have people who do it the right way.
Yeah, man.
All the names you've mentioned just a while ago are
Yeah.
people I've encountered personally
Yeah.
who do it the right way.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Trust me, large up yourself, Bambi, large up yourself, and Moshet, everybody. It's a Don Reid show. I talk about Don Reid right now, and the travels and the journey.
Yeah, man.
NCB.
Yeah.
And when I came to NCB, you were there, and like me say, we are play ball, we are well vibe, we are work, we are do whatever the case may be. Me no know. Me don't say me alone no know.
Yeah.
So there's struggles going on, internal struggles with Don Reid.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Now, growing up, let's go back even a little bit further than that, right? As a youth growing up, because sometimes we take things for granted, and I've always proclaimed that I don't want to take anything for granted.
Right.
Because though I may research or I may know something from your perspective, you know, I grew up with both my parents.
Yeah.
And it's something I don't want to take for granted, because the struggle of the person who did not, I can't feel.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's talk about, because I don't want people. Last time you were here, you made it explicit. I don't want people to think that the person who raised you, it was mad love.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So
right,
let's get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's start right there. So, because you were raised by, talk to me who raised
Yeah,
Don
man.
Reid?
I'll look at old lady named Miss Lou. Miss Louise Keen's her right name. But everybody in the community call her Miss Lou. Yeah. So pretty much, I mean, I end up there, so I mean, my mother was living in Jonestown at the time. My father was married, living near in Almantown that area. And him, you know, come have him thing cat up on the side. And me come.
Yeah.
And it's like them get split up the violence of the 70s. And she no see him again from that, you know.
Right,
so she get a new man now, and the new man I say, boy, me don't have nothing to do with the next man, baby, you know. And so I
Which
mean,
is
me not
typical
afraid to talk.
sentiment.
I'm actually writing a book, so it's gonna be all night, and I'm nothing to hide. There's nothing, no embarrassment. The man I try kill me, and I abuse her physically too.
Right.
So she, you know, have a friend where here say there's this lady named Miss Lou in a Claremont St. Anne where raised 3 pitney before 3 strangers, and them come out good. So she say, Carry, go give Miss Lou, you know, and she just offload my brother.
Right,
When me go down, when she hand me over to Miss Lou, me naked as my day me born, 1 clear plastic bag bean, and she beg back the bag. It actually in my life story. I Know Who I Am, the short film, you know, on YouTube. Right? So and she never looked back. She never looked back. Actually, the summary of the trip here today, I got include a little excerpt of that in terms of when me next year, 24-year-old. That time I'm a loans manager at NCB, and me just see her appear in front of me one day with a sister, 2 half Indian woman, and she just say, a cherry, and I may your mother, and this is your sister. We come to bury your grandfather, my father, and why you come do the eulogy. Somebody who
So
me
that's
never
the first time you're physically coming.
First time.
Somebody come ask you to do a eulogy.
first who me never know.
For somebody. So you don't
Yeah.
know the person talking
Yeah.
to you, and you don't know the person who for eulogy. about you.
Jaja. Me I tell a brother, me lose. I don't know how to respond. It's like me freeze.
Yeah.
And me get back my voice. Me say, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Me actually, look here, it's in my draft in Facebook now. If you just finish up, you click send the whole story, the backstory to this trip here in Fort Lauderdale.
Wow.
And it turned out, so the funeral was a Saturday, it washed out, rain out, flood rain. And it did on my mind whole weekend. The Monday, I run go tell my manager, Marva Pineda, she retired now. She actually is in here in the States. And she said, no man, you have to go. And I will come with you, and she come with me. And G. Cole, that's the first time I see any blood at 24-year-old. First time I see back the Cherry again with the lady who should say my auntie, two half sister, some cousin, and of course my grandfather walked to the name Reid because I got his name. I didn't get my father's name, which is Henriquez. Right. And first time I see him in coffin. I never did the eulogy. I just learned that the eulogy say he was a short handsome man. So I know me get. Me know, yeah, it's there.
So
You know?
that was the proof.
That was the proof. And one thing as at that age, because all kind of emotion. The only thing, I'll be honest, the only thing I remember for the eulogy is that a man, if we reach somewhere 2 o'clock, him we reach there at 1 o'clock. Because him believe his motto was that it's better to be 1 hour early than 1 second late. And that is something that has been with me from ever since I know myself.
That
so it's like it's genetical.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Don Reid. We're chopping up with Don Reid right about now. You mentioned, so she walks in.
Yeah.
Right? And she tells you who she is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen to us in life that are very, very, how you say it now? Not only prophetic, but they're symbolic.
Yeah.
And we don't know it until later on. Because
Right.
you mentioned to me that when she dropped you off, right?
Yeah.
She dropped you off with a plastic bag.
Yeah.
Right? And you also said she took the bag back.
She took back the bag.
Right. So to me, I'm the symbolism of that grasped me once you mentioned it.
Right,
It's
right.
almost like the ties, literally.
Yeah.
Cut right there. So.
Right.
Right. Now, fast forward years down. For most people, many people, not just in Jamaica, but across the globe that has gone through your story, right?
Right.
From point A to point B now would not be at the bank being the Lowe's manager talking to her right now. Would probably be outside living some life of crime, doing something. And even if it's not
Without
crime,
a doubt,
if it's not
without a
crime,
doubt.
but just not have excelled.
Without a doubt. Because the truth is in G. Cole, I'm go to the funeral and I say, I mean, we not look down upon nobody, but it was clear that life wasn't too kind to them. You know, I mean, I had a hard time identifying with them as blood. So I never really too hung around at the funeral.
I'm out. This piece.
You know, and I want to tell you, say a couple of weeks after that, the next time I hear my mother, I got promotion shortly after that. I was transferred to Kingston at the head office. So one day my day I work, I hear my phone ring, bling 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 bling. Time you never, no cell phone, desk phone. And I say, hey, you know, put on my banker's voice. Hi, good morning, Donovan Reid here. Or may I help?
Right.
You know, and me just hear a voice come on. Hello, I'm me Cherry. May I beg your money?
This is second communication.
Yeah, man, I tell you, so the anger boil up in my G Cole. I say, no, I don't have that. I just hang up the phone, bang.
Right.
And then the whole depression start over again and the emotions start run wild again. When I hear from her for many, many years after that, it ended up that I left NCB in 2008, January 20, 2008. For 3 years, I actually left. Most people didn't even know this. Went to another bank to work. And as the father would have it, I end up back at NCB the 1st of December 2010. And as by divine, we know every step I make is ordained by the Most High. It ended up that I became the man, the first branch as branch manager was back at NCB, was Old Harbour branch. And where was Cherry living? Where she grew up, I was living Old Harbour.
Wow.
So without them knowing, I do my research and find out where she live. And it wasn't far, like literally 5 to 7 minutes outside of the town. You know, a squatter settlement near Marley Acres. I mean, them call it sorry people, but them call up there, everybody up there call it hog shit lane. And them call it that for a reason, because it's like once you go on the lane, that is like what you're in.
Right.
And I find it and go up there. She live in our board house. I carry some money, go give her. And I didn't know, she not saying me not saying, but me I wait for an explanation, you know. Me I wait for end the closure. And the only thing she said to me, I ain't gonna look for you because I have no bus fare. This is 2010. I would have been in my 30s at that time. I may say in 20 of the years. You never come look for me. You never couldn't find a bus fare one time, G. Cole. I'm left in tears.
Wow.
I'm left in tears. That was the third time I see her and interact with her.
Right.
And the fourth time, without them knowing, this is time all the time I'm at Old Harbour branch, you know. And them don't know that, because if them know them would have bomb rush me.
Right.
And anyway, I go look for her again one time, carry some more money, go give her, you know. Again, me I look for her and I said, boy, she must can tell me some things, you know. The only thing she do, so she come out with a piece of book leaf, she tear off, and she give it to me. And on it was written a name, Alston Henriquez. And the only thing she said to me, say, that is your father. Nothing else.
So that was that was the reward for the 2 trips.
She said, that is your father. And that was the only interaction, nothing else, no other conversation, no hug up with the son.
So there was, so again, it's funny you mentioned that. No, we go back to scene 1.
Right.
May I have my bag back, right?
Yeah.
Cut the card, I said, I go out my bag.
Right.
It's almost like now in the future now that connection was really cut, because you still have the yearning for that interaction.
Right.
But for her it was more, you're almost a stranger.
Yeah.
But with enough ties to provide me some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So somebody can ask if you without feel that way, because realistically you my child.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's all we get from it. No, let me ask you this. That first time when she rolled into NCB introducing you and your sister.
Yeah.
Right?
She and her sister.
How was that? Was it a situation where you had to tell her?
No man, me a big boy. Them telling them. I'm sitting in the office. Me
So
a
she
loans
came
manager.
into your
Man.
office,
Yeah. She just appear in my office, and she say, just like me say, you know, hello, you know.
How'd she know where you were?
I never moved. I lived in Claremont, the same house where she brought me to, where Miss Lou live. I never moved. And I started straight out of high school at 16 years old. At 16 years old, 4 feet 6 inches and 73 pounds.
On a good day.
Yeah, but don't laugh now, because since that time, I'm now more than double the age, more than double the weight, and I put on at least 1 more inch. You understand me?
Progress is progress.
Yeah, man, progress
take
is progress. Anyhow, we take it, you understand me? So it's like I never moved. It's not like I'd moved and gone away and she couldn't find me. I knew she knew where I was.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
But she was still living in the Old Harbour area at the time when she found you?
Well, yeah, based on the research that I've done now, yeah, she was still living there.
So, okay. But she found a bus fare for me to trap there.
Yeah, because she can bear her father. I mean, listen, people, don't get me twisted, you know. At the end of the day, your mother is a mother. The show is not really to put her down. But the reality, that's the story. I can't pretty it up. Her own kids, them, because she had 5 other kids after me, and some of them even, me had to cut them off because them cuss me out royally when I do the song. Because you see, their experience is a total different experience, but my experience is my experience. And I can't pretty it up for nothing. It's my story.
And your experience, as far as they're concerned, put a blemish on their experience.
Absolutely. So they cuss me out and tell me.
But your truth is the truth.
The truth is the truth. Me not gonna pretty it up. That's what the truth, and that is what my story. That is what the struggles when I grew up with them wouldn't even know.
So is it safe to say that, of course, if they've got resentment toward the story, because of course the story puts their situation in a negative light, and this happens a lot, because many people, by the time we get to our age and we see the family, there's another family or other people who are hurting, in the past, who are left in the past, right?
Yeah,
but and though the person may not be that person today, it doesn't vindicate them from the hurt that they've already caused somebody else.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But people have a tendency to think that, it's your struggle and not mine, and look good for me, so let's bury that struggle there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That being said, how does that affect any relationship, if there is? I know you mentioned you have to cut off some folks, but is there any such thing as a relationship now with siblings and other family?
No. I have there's even one brother here in the States. He never come to our funeral. I've never met him. Right. He follow me on every social media page, but he never reach out to me yet. Yeah, but there's one brother who is closer to me in age, and him reach out. Him tend to really have some very deep philosophical thinking and views, and me and him we talk from time to time. But the truth is, the only bond I have is with a niece of my mom, my same lady, who turned out my auntie's daughter.
Yeah.
Who live in Canada, very successful person. She works with the United Nations. She's actually a doctor of philosophy. And she and I very close. In fact, she was supposed to be in Fort Lauderdale this weekend. I was hoping she'd come because she'd be right here on the show now with me. But somehow it didn't happen. You know, but that's the only person I really interact with on in a real level. I mean, apart from my brother Cohen Irving, big up yourself, you know?
Right.
You know?
Miss Lou.
Yeah, man.
Miss Lou. Gotta big up Miss Lou.
Every time, boy. Every time.
Who may I talk to right now? A testament to Miss Lou.
She's God sent, man. Trust me. And me I telling the G Cole, when people doubt divine intervention in your life, you know, them stupid. Because every step, every move, everything in my life is clear. It's clear as day that it has been divinely led. You know that when I graduated from Frankfurt, I mean, shock everybody when my graduate as top male student, most improved student.
Yeah.
Because you know, say I pay trouble me give.
Yeah.
But, and it's not bad, I wasn't a bad man, I was a mischievous child.
Right.
But guess what? This is what was, how it came out. Because school was my therapy, it was my escape. I never had any home of such. Because Miss Lou, yes, she give me food and make sure I'm not dead. But in terms of the nurturing and the family setting, she wasn't able to provide that.
Right.
School is what provided that.
Right.
So that's where I get all the attention and stuff. So people, when I look back, I realize that is how I was. Why I was how I was. Yeah. Because school, when I come to school now, I have to get the attention of everybody and the outlet. So because of that, I end up nearly getting expelled from Frankfurt in second form.
Right.
Yeah, man. Me never did no work. I never done. But me just never did no work. Then put me in a dance class 40 years night. Me do no exam and come 19th. That's how dance class was. You understand me? When me I look back on it, me I say them let them place by last name. So when me graduate from Frankfurt now and me get my subject them, graduate as top male student and me carry Miss Lou had a daughter living next door. Was well off. She have her own family, was well off. But she never really liked the idea of other people pitness. So me never really was welcome into that like that, you know. I mean, them a live over there, so for them who good life, and me over here, so I live in a market and stuff, you know.
Right.
You know. So anyway, me carry the results go give her, and she say, I don't have $1 more to spend on you, so me have to end up go look a job, go look a work, and that's how me end up at NCB, you know. Right. And me I tell her say, as like me get the job when I was 16, and it's like by as if her divine mission on earth has completed. Miss Lou just drop out.
Wow. So she did her mission and then
she did her mission. The worst had passed me there on my own from my 17. Me literally spend the latter part of my teenage years on the streets of Ochi. Right. Because that is where I got the embrace. Right. Remember, you know, me not a mother, me not a father, me not a cousin, me not a sister, me not a grandmother. All me have some youth on the street of Ochi. We used to just after work, me just go play pool with them. We go clubbing. They were going on shades in the hours. That was the life.
Right.
Most people don't even know that.
And they while that was your crew and your source of strength at the time,
right,
they still were unaware.
They would know. They would have seen me with periods of depression when I not say nothing. Because there was a time I just shut down, you know. Right. Yeah, man, when the depression kick in, you know. Yeah. Me I tell us that's why I tell us God had him and the Father had him hand on me all the time. Because the crew that I was in, the truth is, me should have gotten some serious trouble. Right. And me look back.
But somebody was protecting you.
I mean, just some. There's the Jah had him hand on me all the time.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Well, I guess you get the young beat, them can't get beat 2 times. The Almighty say, nah, get 2 beat.
Yeah, man. So when me all come with that song, hey, G Code, me have some song for coming out of some of them experience. But I say, Upments is going to be a real thing.
John,
you know?
John, ladies and gentlemen, we got a tune, we are drop here in a second. Again, so proper with the thing. When you look at the way you were as a youngster coming up, and now, you know, retroactively you can think about other kids that were similar actions.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even as you grew up and you know, see, because as we get older, we see all the kids them and we used to love picnic, and sometimes once we see more than 2 or 3 of them together, we just have a feeling of something, right? Yeah. Them up to ills, you know what I mean? How clear does it make your vision now when you see some people in some situations to say, you know something, and I bad them, they probably are going through something. You know what I mean?
Man, I can relate to it so much. That's why when you see a child giving trouble of behavioral problems, there are always underlying issues and reasons for those behavioral problems. So the bother cut off a pitney and dismiss them and write them off because they have behavior. If I was written off, if Miss Mullins were write me off, where would I be today? If I get expelled, where would I be today? Yeah, don't write them off. I was brilliant. I was a brilliant boy naturally.
Right.
Me just had these issues growing up from childhood, these emotional scars. That school was the outlet, and then me end up linking with a bad company, and who embraced me.
Which is normally the case.
And that is how you see. So sometimes I see some teenagers join gangs.
Yeah.
That is it. You know, them don't have
They're
a
looking for
father
a family.
figure. They're looking for a family,
Yeah.
and the gang is where them get the embrace.
Yeah.
So all of them, once you provide what they're looking for outside of that criminal network, them good. A lot of those gang members right now are brilliant people.
Right.
We can contribute to society.
You want to talk to two people?
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're chopping it up right about now with Don Reid. Having a nice little convo on the single we're gonna drop in a minute. You know what I mean? We haven't been taking many calls, but Carla, you live. Carla, you live. Carla, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm just calling to say that we should have more programs like this. This is very, very interesting.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Say hello to Don Reid. He can hear you.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Thank you so much for calling.
Alrighty, have a blessed day.
Yeah, man. Much respect, mommy. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah.
Oh, sure, most definitely. Thank you.
Cool.
Much love, much love. Don Reid, that's the thing. I tell us, a lot of times, and I said this to you before last time when we were having this conversation. You know, unfortunately, the people who you inspire aren't always in your proximity to say, "Hey, you inspired me, and thank you."
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
But I tell you this: a lot of people, because people reached out to me from the last time you were here too.
Yeah.
A lot of people are getting inspired and moved by your testimony, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, man.
And what I love about your story and your testimony pretty much is, it illuminates some things for other eyes looking on, in terms of, like we just said, don't look at that kid and that kid's actions and behavior as just a bad pitney, as just a dunce pitney. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may be. Search for the underlying, but our culture doesn't really teach that. Now our culture teach you for discard.
Yeah, man, for real.
You know
for
what I mean?
real,
As a matter of fact, John, the lines I'm done read. The lines I'm done read. Carla, you're alive.
Good afternoon. I am a former student of Ferncourt, and I'm sitting here doing some work, and I hear this person said they were at Ferncourt with Miss Mullins.
Mm-hmm.
Was he with like Dennis Dawkins, Shaggy, and Max team?
No.
Here's how we're gonna solve it. No, figure it out. What year were those people at Ferncourt?
I left in 1989, and they were 2 years before me.
Oh, okay. No,
Okay.
I would have been like about 2 years after you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I graduated 1991.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear somebody that, is from a former school that I am.
Yeah, man, bless up. Always good, man. Big up all the Ferncourt massive, by the way, who watching from home and abroad, Yeah, man.
Okay, thank you.
No
You
problem.
have a good one.
Thanks so much.
Thanks,
you too.
thanks.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, again, chopping it up with Don Reid. Brother, as we go through your story now, right? You've gone through, I don't want to say, it's funny. You go through a long period of your life, because if you calculate everything now, the healing process that you're going through is probably a third of the lifetime, right?
Right.
But
right.
2/3 of it was the hurt and emotional
Yeah, man. Yeah,
stuff,
man.
right?
Yeah, man.
So now you're going through all of that, and it's amazing. A lot of times, once you get to this point, now people must think, okay, triumphed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a whole bunch of a new set of emotions that you now have to deal with as you heal and bridge a gap there.
Right,
Once you
right.
start meeting the family who want to be family, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
The family who are embracing you as you want to embrace, and your connections are being made. Talk to me a little bit now about that aspect of emotions now, right? You don't jump over the whole mom part of it, dad part, funeral part, whatever
Yeah,
the case
yeah,
may be.
yeah.
And now you're sitting on your suitcase at the airport saying, I'm headed to go see the family.
Well, before we even got this, doing a G Cole, when I really get the breakthrough last year, because trust me, I tell you, say when I like about 2 weeks before my mother died, I haven't heard from her for years. The last time I saw her would have been 2010 when I was in Ola Harbour. And I didn't again judge guidance, because I did not stay long at that branch. It's like after I connect with her physically, Boom. Time to move on to the next leg of the journey.
Purpose
And
accomplished and you're gone.
I'm end up back in St. Anne's Bay, incidentally, fulfilling a lifelong ambition to return to the branch as branch manager. The branch I joined at 16 years old.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that was a whole is like that mission was accomplished. No, I never heard from her again. In 2015, about 2 weeks before she died, I was saying to a friend of mine, you know, say me get a call right now. So my mother dead, me don't know how would I feel. Me don't know if I would go to the funeral. And 2 weeks after me get a call, so she died.
Wow.
And G. Cole, you see, this is the type, the person I am now. Me just put everything aside and I say, I have to do my part.
Yeah.
Me gather up, me never have no money at the time, but me use my connection them and me get all kind of something for the candlelight. Go candlelight, go dead yard 9 night, same place, up a Marley Acres there. And me go at the funeral, me never even there on program. Wow. And me go at the funeral and me go just go up on the stage and hijack the mic. And me say, I am Donovan, I am the son outside before, because she would had married and had 5 kids. Talk. And that's where the healing process started. Wow. If me never do that, I tell her right now, I couldn't heal properly.
So had you not gone there,
yeah, man,
to get what is the real closure,
uninvited, because nobody never, I just get a call.
Yeah.
Nobody me never invited her from. Me never even dip on the program. Wow. So anyway, when the real breakthrough came though was last year. So I start step up the thing now for find. I start make some call all over the place with people who know my mother, cause them come from some place. Them family come from some place in Clarendon. And I connect with some people in the States here, and who knew me as a baby. And them point me to a lady, an elder lady named Brinette, and she says she is the one. She's the only one who know what can identify your father. And when I connected with my father's brother at the time when she died, because I used the opportunity for some I go try to find my father when she dead now.
Yeah.
And it lead me to an address in Portmore. I got the address for my father in Portmore. Them say no man, him sell the house and gone a foreign from about in the 80s. Them give me a number for him wife, Connecticut. I call the wife a lady named Pat, very nice lady. I'm gonna say, hi, may I speak with Alston Enriquez? She say, Alston died from 2001. Wow. Who is this? I'm gonna say, this is Donovan, his son. And she was shocked out of her wits. Wow. She said, you know, I always suspected he had a child. And I always tell him, bring the child, come, I will take care of him.
Now, is this the same wife that he had at the time?
Yeah, man, same wife. So okay. As me say, me was an outside. Well, not me was an old, because he never had no other kids. They had no other children, but I was the only one for him, and she never had any kids. Wow. So she now put me on to his only brother living here in Florida, and me call the number. Actually, the same day I'm driving home, I call the number, and him was very skeptical, you know. Because he never knew about me. Even his brother was very close. He never yet mentioned about me.
Right.
And he didn't even hesitant to talk to me and thing, you know. And he clearly did him research and stuff for a couple of days. You know, so me not let up when I go after something. Full 100.
Yeah.
And I call him back again, and eventually him start talk to me, and him send me a picture of what my father looked like. The first time I was having any physical reference of what my father looked like. Wow. And I get the picture, I look a short man. Look a short man stand up with bow leg.
Yeah.
Handsome. Yeah, they me that people. The evidence. Yeah, man. And me, without even doing any DNA, I know that was him. But he said he gave me 3 pieces of information though. Him said that him used to be a postmaster. He used to work at the post and telecom. So he used to be a postmaster or postman. He used to ride bicycle and deliver letters, deliver mail, and he used to frequent Jonestown. And him is a man who obsessed with music. He used to follow a sound about the place. And anyway dancing, go DJ up on mic and him something. That's the only bit of information. But I'd keep it, his name. His brother was Carlton Enriquez. So he and I kept in touch over the years. But him was elusive many times because G. Cole, one of the time the man, him started to give me the history, say, boy, the Henriquez come from Portland, a place named Swift River. They are first cousins with another family in the Leckys. And him start give me the family history and I start to learn about my origins, you know. Then the man said, boy, all right, me I fly down, come to Jamaica, and we're going to meet up, my car, go Portland, and G. Cole, me and the man converse. Last conversation, I say, okay, him in Mobile, he's coming off the plane now. Me I call him after that, no answer. Yo, that start over another round of emotions again. And me all, you know, me I say, yo, I don't need you know. Me think me need you know. Me think me even you know, yo, Bringle brother. And many months after that, me finally reconnect with him, and it's like, you know, because I suppose maybe for him to, me don't know for what reason or another, you know. But then me not let up, me still keep in touch and make them know, so listen, me not suffer. Life has been good to me. Me not need nothing.
Because a lot of times that's the first. That's
the first thing.
Keep it upon, yo, what you want now?
Yeah, me not need nothing. I mean, as a man where the pride where me have, because of where I come from, me no want get no squabble over nobody things. Me work for my own. When Miss Lou died, me and she live at the house. And I was the one who had claimed to the property because the people them who own it, all them dead and old, they are England and dead. Them now come back. Me could have lived there forever, nobody can. You know, but me said to myself, say, I don't want it. Me walk with G. Cole, walk from Claremont and go rent somewhere. Walk away. And never look back. Up to this day, I never look back.
Wow.
Right? I mean, not even go in the other side, but let's put it this way. I have been blessed tremendously.
Right. Trust me.
More than I can ever imagine. I mean, listen, that aspect would be in the book. I'm not going to say not much about it now, because you know how things go already. But I never relent. And
why? I mean, sometimes you I'm trying to find out exactly what was it that made it so important. With, especially, okay, you had the connection or reconnection with your mom.
Right.
Wasn't exactly the best.
Right.
Reconnection. A lot of time people would be deterred.
Right.
You know what I mean? Decide, so, you know something. I don't want a recurrence of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But you still propelled forward.
Yeah,
right?
man. Yeah,
and
man.
you start down the lines of trying to find your father's.
Right.
Things, right. And I'm just painting the hurdles.
Yeah.
Right. So feel like you're bridging that gap.
Yeah.
And then I'm plane ride, and then all of a sudden there's a separation again. It's almost like I almost got there.
Right.
And gone.
Yeah.
What was it that, outside of just you being a relentless individual,
what
was it in a personal connection, a spiritual connection, emotional connection that made you say, no, I have to have this connection with my family?
Well, one, me not gonna say me understand it all, but me know say line up with God's purpose of my life. But underneath it all too, I still didn't have closure. As an adult, big man, big manager, me still have periods of depression. Me don't know myself. I don't know nobody. Yeah, me have 3 kids.
Right.
But in terms of me as a person where I'm coming from, me have no idea, no identity. So it still eat me out. Me still go out and me have a drink. And me have a brethren and I say, boy, when you have alcohol, make you get emotional. Then I sit down and have a drink and tears are running my eyes. G. Cole. So it still not have that closure. When I met the breakthrough now, last year I step up the thing for fine. After I met the call and they lead me to a lady named Brunette in Clarendon, the only person who could identify my father. The picture where my uncle Carlton sent to me, I find her in a Clarendon, I say, hey brethren, that place there almost end up in a Cuba, the way the place far. And when I end up, I find Brunette.
Yeah.
And she see me, she start bawl. She said, from Cherry left with you as a baby, I first may I see you. Wow. She carried me to her house. She and her husband live together. And me show her the picture. And me show her the picture, she just said to me, me just show her the picture, I say nothing else to her. And she said, yes, that is your father. Him used to be a postman, and he used to deliver letter. And him and Aunt Cherry was together when you're born, but then they mash up and them Aunt Cherry had to leave with you because of the violence in the Jonestown at the time.
Right.
But what a man, he used to follow one sound system named Sturgav and DJ Pam Mike. So the same 3 things that his uncle, without me prompting her, she just sing. And that Sunday evening, I never forget, a rainy Sunday evening in Clarendon last year, is like a weight was removed from my shoulders. So the next step now, after I call Carlton, I'm going to tell him share the experience. And he was happy. He was really, really happy. He said, listen, I have no doubt that you're my brother's child.
Right.
So the next step was, of course, to journey now to meet him.
Right.
And that is this trip.
Wow.
And, you know, so I wanted to do it from last year, but it never happened. And not before the time.
Right.
No, this was perfect. And I came up the right weekend, holiday weekend, everything. You know, and I drove out to Port St. Lucie. I mean, we never know. First, I've been driving out. I'm going to Port St. Lucie. And trust me, G. Cole, I drive up. I mean, my heart a flutter when I'm going, because I mean,
still don't know what to expect.
still don't know what to expect, how I'm going to be received, you know?
Yeah.
And drive out, man, and trust me. Me and Carl sit down, and he actually, a cousin of his, of ours, I should say, living with her name. One of the Leckies also living with him. And he sat down, man, and trust me, man, it was so touching where him start to tell me a little bit about, you know, his brother, my father.
Yeah.
And they were not a picture-taking generation, so him only had 3 pictures. But he showed me one when he was 22, and I'm not posting it yet because I have a picture when I was 22 working in NCB, and I have a photographic memory. I mean, I tell you, from memory, I'm going to put it beside, clean it up and put it beside him. And when I post that, you understand? But I mean, he started share with me, and the reception was so warm and received me. In fact, Carl himself have 5 children, but there are 5 daughters. And some throughout the discussion, him said, boy, you're not my nephew, you know, you're my son. Yeah, I'm the son that I never had, you know.
How healing is that?
Yeah, man, extremely healing. But just to be there, remember, you know, this is the first time I'm going to be in a home, in a house with blood.
Yeah.
This is the first time I'm going to sleep with blood and wake up with blood.
First time being with family.
First time being with family.
Yeah.
You understand? The first time ever. Boy, trust me, it's like I couldn't. It just was unbelievable. You know, and just to hear you say, oh, sometimes I call you coming, you know, I'm here with my nephew from Jamaica, and just to hear that, oh, that ring in your ears,
words
you know?
you've never heard.
Never heard. And I mean, listen, they roll out the red carpet for me, man. Them, I mean, they're humble people, you know. Yeah. I mean, but them, trust me, they went overboard to make sure I was comfortable.
Yeah.
Everything. It was boy, trust me, it's an experience that I'm still trying to download and interpret, you know.
You mentioned, you use this word multiple times. And you said, this was your therapy, and that situation is the therapy, and so forth.
Right.
Have you ever consulted, like, during the journey, like a therapist, like a professional therapist?
Yeah, man.
So you did handle that part of it.
Yeah, man.
And was that instrumental? Did that help you to actually carry through this, or was
a lot? Listen, when I was promoted from St. Anne's, I went up to Kingston at head office. No, listen, remember, you know, I come from a situation, me not have nobody. I try to make my name. I make them know who Donovan Reid was. In other words, I try to make people know so I'm good. I try to gain acceptance at the same time, but I went about it the wrong way.
Right.
Them I'm young and hungry and brash, you know.
Yeah.
In fact, Mr. Leaching has just bought the bank. But I never know Mr. Leaching. The first time I step into head office, the atrium of a long walkway, and I step in my 2 foot them wide, I walk wide, and I chest up in the air. I see this Chinese man I come down. So I say him, no see me I coming back, why brethren move out of the way. But me never know say Mr. Leaching. But me I got you like I saw that when me
you won the place.
Like me won the place.
Yeah.
But I rub people the wrong way when I was at head office. Because I want everybody to know, I want to get the acceptance so much. And the same thing that I sought after was the very same thing that was being denied because I was going about it the wrong way.
Right.
Me I make people know so I can do this better than everybody else, and I put that in face and people don't like that.
Yeah, that chip on your shoulder, you wore it.
But I never know that. And I realized I had this knack because my personality was something that was one that draw people towards me. But then because I would push and want to be accepted so bad, I eventually ended up push them away until I don't have nobody around me. And that bothered me again, and even me had a manager right now who's the president of VM right now, Courtney, and he would say to me, when during my periods of depression, he say, what? He would call me outside of work, call me after work, and you know, him say, Donovan, I notice, you know, what's wrong with you. But me never really share that side of me because in my mind, nobody really understand and can identify with it. So it makes him share it anyway. So I just tell him some little foolishness about the work. You know?
Yeah.
But now, him follow me on social media, you know, now him beginning to understand. And me even say to him since lately, you know. And yeah, man, but so that now spurred me to go get some therapy.
Right.
I mean, I said, no, man, I have to go get some counseling because then the depression step up to and everything.
And it helped.
Yeah, man, I had a counselor, man, and trust me, man, me ball like a baby. Ball. She pointed to me to a book, I'll never forget. She said, go online and look for a book named Personality Plus. Personality Plus by Lorraine Lithauer, Lithaeur. And what it does, you have to do a psychometric analysis, and it tells you what your dominant personality type is. G. Cole, I read the book and read about me and how people were experiencing me. Yo, me start one round of balling again.
Wow.
Because what you say my dominant personality type is what you call a driver.
Yeah.
Somebody who, as you say, driven, but you want to get it done, you want to win and get it done, and
you're running people over.
Running people
in the process
over.
of driving.
But my right under that, under the surface, I was what you call the popular person who people like, the life of the party, the comedian, the entertainer. And that is the one people like. So you see, out of that session, I learned how to make the subdominant become the dominant. But under that now is still the driver that I get things and I achieve.
So you're still not losing who you are.
No, but it not no scarring and straining relationships. So once I live to see people come back to me. The same people who are pushed away or resenting me come back and say, boy, you have changed, you know. And then from that now I start to forge very good relationships and long-lasting friendships. So I would recommend everybody to go on that journey to learn about themselves. I $4 something feed from Amazon.
Ain't that expensive?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm about to drop the song for the masses right about now, right? Mek We Dweet.
Yeah.
But before I drop the song, let me ask you this.
Right.
That journey, right? Just the whole encapsulation of your youth till now.
Right.
The struggles, the triumph.
Right.
The triumph over tragedy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How did that affect? Okay, you mentioned you got 3 kids.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
How does that affect? Because a lot of time people go through some things. You're like, how does that affect them as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a spouse, as a father?
Yeah.
How did all of that affect those relationships that you had?
Yeah. Well, me I go be brutally honest. I don't think me are the greatest father in the world, G. Cole. Because the truth is, me that challenge expressing physical affection. I mean, relating to in terms of my kids them, you know. I mean, listen, I love them still same way, but you see, what you never had is a very difficult thing to reciprocate.
Right.
And in fact, one of the time, even my oldest son, people would know this because, you know, and him think that me never love him. And when him start to treat me, react to me away, I go to him and I say, how can you ever think I never love you? Because you see, I go over and above to make sure that them good. Plan for them.
So you were giving them stuff.
Giving them, but that's why I'm tell you see that physical expression of love. That is where it's at. And that is when I learned now to start to embrace them physically.
Right.
Because trust me, I love, you see, because of how I grew up, I love my kids' world without end. Because I don't want them to grow up the way I grew up. So I'm there for them. I'm more than a father. Trust me. I mean, I blow my own trumpet, but I plan for them. If whatever the passion and them interested in, I take time out. I'm there. I come right now. I shop down Florida. I shop for myself last. You understand me?
Isn't that amazing though? Because you know, it's like you need to love them. You know you do love them, but sometimes we don't know how to show, and that's why sometimes your experience probably now helps you to even look at your father in a different light. It's kind of like sometimes people do what they do the best they know how.
Absolutely.
And you probably didn't even know how to communicate the love to him. That's the only reason why you showed it how you
Exactly. I mean, in my mind, boy, the fact that me, you know, the things we may do for them, a lot of father, the things we may do, most fathers now do it for them kids. Yeah. I tell her that. Yeah. I mean even going that side because trust me, the book that I'm writing, so many things going to be revealed in that book, I tell you.
And let's propel even a little bit further than that,
right?
Because this is the thing about having kids,
right?
One after the other, and then you have another, right?
Right.
you have a younger kid now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a time between the younger one and the elder.
Right. Right.
How different are you in the way you handle treat?
Oh, trust me, man. Trust me, because I've learned so much from the two older ones that this one there is no misstep. I mean, he and I have a bond that is second to none.
Wow.
And he has the he's the exact replica of me, personality wise. Him figure out stuff for himself.
Right.
He and I have a bond that, trust me. Even yesterday, I was in Sawgrass and him you know, my daughter called me and she said, Don Reid, sad, you know, because him not seen it. It's the first time him not seen me for so long.
Yeah.
And come on, and him pretty much in tears. And
Wow.
I said, Daddy, I'm say, you soon see me, man. You soon see me. And that's the bond that he and I have.
Jano.
Yeah, man. That's the bond he and I have.
Jano. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for rocking. I get a lot of she said, OMG, you're bringing tears to my eyes. You want me no big tune, not about tears, man, a big tune I wrote. Don Reid, we have to squeeze off a tune and get the people, am I right?
Yeah,
First of all,
man.
introduce the tune and then we're going to give it to the masses. Talk to them. You tell them.
Yeah, man. So, you want me to talk about Mek We Dweet, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. So, Mek We Dweet, tell you the truth, even before me start the comedy music, the generation of musicians that inspire me. I mean, me always know music and in music from as for long as I can remember myself. But when I start really fool around music in a serious way, I start to learn to play the keyboard. And I start really made some music. The generation of music that inspire me, Chronicles, Protege, Jesse Royal.
Wow.
And if you listen, even that song here, it have a Protege feel to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna bust a big secret. Still make people figure out that one day for themselves. But people have gonna figure out that for themselves. And now I bust it. If them know, know. If people who know music, really know their music, will make an alignment with that song here. But me make them figure. I never say it. But I'm saying my inspiration in terms of my music come from them guys. Them. In fact, Jesse is somebody me pretty close with, you know. Yeah, man. And when I see him. Actually, I was recording at the same studio one at the time by Danny Brown. Him do a one tune there. Not recording, him come do a one tune. Because Danny is one who produced my music. Although him believes boy, I have to stick to the comedy thing. But that limit me because you have to be true to yourself, you know?
Them say them why your name. I'm gonna put it in here. The name is Don Reid.
Yeah, man. So the music, Mek We Dweet. Basically, how me get my inspiration, me hear a beat. And late at night, because sometimes, trust me, sometimes I'm up late. Me's a very deep sleeper. I don't really sleep a lot. It's 4 hours, sometimes 3 hours, 5 hours I sleep. But I wake up in the dead of night and I made some real roots rocking reggae. Yeah. And I just start vibe and then you see one of my strong things is just writing lyrics. Yeah. And because I have the experiences and I have a gift of writing, it come easy for me in terms of writing lyrics. So I just hear the rhythm and I just say, you know, come on, so Mek We Dweet. Cool now. Yeah, you know, and how, you know, it's so funny because shortly after I come up with the concept Mek We Dweet, NCB booked me to write a song for them, you know. Paid booking, of course.
Cool now, man.
You know, and I write the song for them. Money. I mean, I surprise myself. So I get in and big up Haitania. Haitania is a backup vocalist on it. In fact, just a while ago, she texted me from Jamaica. Make sure, say, every time you publish my song and talk about it, you call my name as a backup vocalist. And I said, Haitania, big up yourself. No, man, she bad, man. And if you listen to it when a seasoned record producer listen to the song, and she say, him say, them backup vocalists, they're bad. Yeah. And who them? He say, them is Tanya. Yo, so me I say NCB paid me to do the song, but they never used it for some reason. They never used the song, and it was done for NCB. The lyrics different. So I say, you know, it song is so nice. Every time I send it out within NCB circles, like one man that said to me, but you need to put that out a road, brethren. So I just rewrite the lyrics for my own experience. You know, for say Mek We Dweet. We not take no back seat. I could foot it on the street, turn on the heat. Cool. You know, and me I say, yeah man, so if you sit down and I say it's a song where every youth man who struggle can listen this and get inspiration for know say, listen, whatever you need to be in life is already within you.
Well, there you are. I'm going to drop it for the massive. I got 5 the commercial, ladies and gentlemen. It's Don Reid. I'm going to go into the tune because I don't want them to vex with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Mek We Dweet. We getting in. We getting in.
You never know how truly great you are until greatness becomes your only option. Youth man, unleash your greatness right now. Rockstone in our way, them block up every road, but we are push it every day. Right now, that's how we stay. Put it on the grill, man, devil back to my bed. We know. Tell them that we say, they use them off to eat, so make them know so we no play. Defend up our own, take it back without delay. So rally up the team. We not in a lele now. Step forward and claim your rightful place. Are we not that back seat? No. So make we put it on the street.
Easy now. Don Reid.
Yeah, man. You never
I get what you mean now. That's how do we make a while ago?
Yeah, man.
I feel like connection there.
Yeah, man. Youth man, unleash your greatness right now. Rockstone in our way, them block up every road, but we are push it every day. Right now, that's how we stay. Put it on the grill, man, devil back to my bed. We know. Tell them that we say, they use them off to eat, so make them know so we no play. Defend up our own, take it back without delay. So rally up the team. And we not in a lele now. Step forward and take your rightful place. And we not that back seat. No. So make we foot it on the street. Make we dweet. Turn on the heat. No surrender, no retreat. A negative get deleted. Every time. Failure get better. How we dream we have to do it. I know the whole of them a see it now. Top gear make we apply. So you know we have to fly now. And make we take it on the high. Energy gone a sky. So you know we have to try. Them kill me with no, but we dream never die. Now if no but suppose, and don't ask me why. From Jaja how we guide.
Success never denied.
He that started the work shall fully to the end. And we not take back seat. Nah. So make we foot upon the street.
Make we dweet.
Turn on the heat. No surrender, no retreat. A negative get deleted. Failure get better. How we dream we have to do it. I know the whole of them a see now. Everything you need is already within. No live on our Brook or Dunkirk we reside. Them seal off the door when them see where we abide. Send in resume and then push it to the side. And block up we road, them no want to see we stride. 6'6" under dirt, them want we slide. Them mad. But that we must avoid. No live a jail house, get a youth we have a pride. They try to lock we out, but we on the inside now. And we not take back seat. So make we foot upon the street.
Make we dweet.
Turn on the heat. No surrender, no retreat. A negative get deleted. Failure get better. How we dream we have to do it. I know the whole of them a see it now. So we not take back seat. So make we foot it on the street. Turn on the heat. No surrender, no retreat. A negative get deleted. Failure get better. How we dream we have to do it. I know the whole of them a see it now.
People come in the morning, but joy in the morning.
Make we dweet, yeah. Make we dweet.
Jano. We're running
Yeah,
a commercial, ladies and gentlemen. Stick and stay with us, all right? Commercial shot. We'll be right back. We're going to get right back into it with Don Reid before we get up out of here. But brother, show him money.
Yeah, man, bless up.
You never know how truly great you are until greatness becomes your only option. Youth man, unleash your greatness right now. Rockstone in our way, them block up every road, but we are push it every day. Right now, so we stay. 42 nickel, Mandeville back to my bay. Tell them that we say. The youth them off eat, so make them know so we no play. Defend up our own, take it back without delay.
So rally up the team.
We not in a lele now. Step forward and claim your rightful place.
Mek We Dweet.
We not take back seat, no. So make we put it on the street.
Mek We Dweet.
Turn on the heat.
Mek We Dweet.
No surrender, no retreat.
Mek We Dweet.
Negative get deleted. Every time.
Mek We Dweet.
Feel I get bitter.
Mek We Dweet.
How we dream we have to do it.
Mek We Dweet.
I know the whole of them are see it now. Top gear make we apply.
All fear gone.
So you know we have to fly now. I make we take it on the high.
No venke.
Energy gone a sky.
Heart of a lion.
So you know we have to try. Them kill you with no, but we dream never die. No if no but suppose. And don't ask me why. From Jaja are we guide.
Success never denied.
He that started a good work shall see to the end.
Mek We Dweet.
And we not take back seat. Nah. So make we put it on the street.
Mek We Dweet.
Turn on the heat. No surrender, no retreat.
Mek We Dweet.
A negative get deleted.
Mek We Dweet.
Feel I get bitter. How we dream we have to do it.
Mek We Dweet.
I know the whole of them are see now. Everything you need is already within. No live on our brook or Dunkirk we reside. Them seal off the door when them see where we abide. Send in resume and then push it to the side. And block up we road, them no want to see we stride. 6'6" under dirt, them want we slide. Them mad. But that we must avoid. No live a jail house, get a youth, we have a pride. Them try to lock we out, but we on the inside now. And we not take back seat. So make we foot up on the street.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take one call before we get up out of here some other time. Caller. You're live.
G. Cole. Donovan, big up yourself. Barbara from Claremont. We were schoolmates. Good job. Great
Okay,
job.
big up yourself, Barbara. Big up.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, every
Listen
time,
to your
man.
interview. Very inspiring.
Much
We know
love.
you always got it in you.
Much love.
That's cool, no? Big
Yeah,
up
man.
yourself,
Big up,
Barbara.
big up.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
man. Enough respect. More to come.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Definitely.
I love it.
All
Thank you so much, Barbara. I appreciate you, all right?
Yeah, man.
Much
No
love.
problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our vibe.
Feel this for a night.
Don Reid,
Yeah,
thank you
man.
so much, man. Thank you so much for passing through. So
Every time, bro.
Barbara recognize you.
Yeah.
But me ask you a question. You
Yeah.
remember Barbara? It's a like her, she never liked it. Barbara, I joke, man. I joke, man.
Yeah, man.
My brother, thank you for your story. Thank you for stopping through.
Yeah, man.
And congrats. Because again, you've triumphed over a lot. We have played the music, and the music is one thing,
Yeah.
inspiring the world, but your personal triumphs.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I feel like right now your 4 hours of sleep will probably expand. You might start get some 6 right about now. 8, you know what I'm saying?
No, man. Listen, man. We have too many things to do, man. Too many things. Boy, sleep. We can't sleep.
So we sleep, but we're dead.
Yeah, man. Trust me. But G. Cole, man, say big up yourself.
Give thanks.
And you's a youth. You's a real youth. Remember from the first time I come to Florida, you take time off when we're like a country people. First time and you take time off to show the place. Not only that, you just have a clean heart, good vibes, brethren. I mean, thanks for giving me the platform. Cause I know some of the biggest acts in reggae music have sat in this chair. We know that.
Well, man,
So to
you
be
know one of them too.
so to be on this platform, I mean, me not reach now yet. Me nobody really know. Them not know me on a wide circuit yet. But I feel honored.
Give
If
thanks
you know,
for
say, yeah, man, where you never say no to me. And every time I call upon you, you know, you jump to you're ready, boss. So big up yourself and
Appreciate it.
Just blessings and love every time, you know.
Anytime, my brother. The pleasure is mine.
Yeah, man.
I want to big up my Caribbean radio people. Make sure to go look for Don Reid. Make sure you check out the song Mek We Dweet. And just check out the whole catalog and find out what's going on, all right? All the people listening from near and far, again, I one more reason them way I can't read the comment, but it's a whole bunch of touching comments here, and just
Yeah.
thank you all so much. And again, thank you. Drop social media real quick before them cut off.
Yeah, man, Don Reid. Facebook is DonReid. Instagram, just look for Don_Reid1. DON_REID1. YouTube, Don Reid. Instagram, again, the fan page is The Don Reid Show. Once you put up Don Reid as a way, anyway in Google, just put Don Reid Jamaica, and you see all my links come up anyway. Yeah, man.
Mad.
And big up, me have a shout out, of course, the people who have been on my life. Yeah, man, from the start. Big up on yourself. Them did it from day one, them know the story. Love you know. 100.
Mad. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. We got to get up out of here. We got to roll up out of here, but thank y'all so much. Got calls coming in, but you don't know the thing set to birdie. We out.
Nakikinika esta música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
You never know how truly great you are until greatness becomes your only option. Youth man, unleash your greatness right now. Rockstone in our way, them block up every road, but we are push it every day. Right now. So we stay 42 in the grill, Mandeville back to my bay.
We know.
Tell them that we say the youth them off to eat, so make them know so we no play. Defend up our own, take it back without delay.
So rally up the team.
We not in a lele now. Step forward and claim your rightful place.
Mek We Dweet.
We not that back seat, nah. So make we put it on the street.
Mek We Dweet.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Remember, the podcast Homegrown G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. We're there. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out homegrownwithgcole.com to see all things homegrown. And remember, this interview is available on YouTube so you can watch live. Be safe, be kind, be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinika esta música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Please support the artist.